against the Three Lions of England, and Platt made the difference in that encounter. Every great squad paraded by the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Yeah, the Super Eagles were the talk of town, the fifth best team in the world at the time, and every country wanted to play them. England did not go to the World Cup, remember, USA 94, and they longed to play the Super Eagles, and we came to England with a swag. The former coach, the late Shaibu Amudu, was asked a question when he arrived at Heathrow Airport by journalists, and he was asked, if you beat England, will it be an upset? He said, what would be the upset? Nigeria is the best team in the world, and you didn't go to the World Cup.
Taribo West till date will always tell me, Miyen, if there's one regret, it was not making that 1994 squad. And he said Clemens Westerhoff called him into a room and told him, Taribo, I'm sorry, you will not be at the World Cup. And West looked at Westerhoff and told him, you will regret this decision. And you recall at that point in time, Erin, West was at his peak. Oze won the French League One title for the very first time in France. And Taribo was part of the players that formed the defense line of Auxerre Football Club. But Taribo also admitted that he realized that the players in the team were of great quality.
There was no one he could displace. Who would lead this place in the defense?
The Super Eagles
at the USA 94 squad. Emenalo, Chidiwanu, Iroha, Uche Okechukwu,
fantastic squad.
Keshi, who will lead this place at the back?
All something. Well, joining us live on set is Michael Davis, and he understands the game. He played in America, played alongside Bafemi Martins years back, but today he's thinking of something different. Michael, good afternoon to you. Nice to have you once again.
Thanks for having me. Pleasure.
The last time I saw you was last year, Michael.
Yes.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you.
I love that smile. Nigeria will be playing against England. What's the feeling like for you? I'm excited.
Trust me, I'm thrilled, because for me, I think it's time that Nigerian football get back to what people used to know, the football here in Nigeria. Atlanta 96, that was the Nigerian, the heart of Nigerian football that we used to. So I'm really excited to really see what's going to happen with this.
Michael, let's go to the topic and our discussion with you today, and take a look at what Michael is up to in this 2018. You should be leaving the shores of Nigeria pretty soon.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm actually, I won't say I'm excited, but at the same time I'm a little bit sad because I love Nigeria a lot. I love my family, my friends, and I really feel at home here in Nigeria, but I have to go back.
Your experience back home in Nigeria, plans you have on ground to ensure that football is developed from the grassroots and all that.
Yeah.
What has it been like?
So it's been actually, so we end our event, Tournament of Angels. It was fantastic. We discovered the next five, I believe, of Bafemi Martins. This is a kid that lives in the poor area in Michael, which nobody goes to look at this kid. But this is the next Nigeria. Look at the USA. They didn't make the World Cup, not because of they don't have enough players. They failed in developing the grassroots players. And I think Nigeria will fall into that if they don't discover those players as well.
Well, let's take a look at them. What you've been able to do with this set of players you discovered from the Michael. What was the situation like at first when you tried bringing up such? You had some guys running after you.
Yeah.
And you went outside Lagos.
So when I went back to Michael and everyone for no reason, they called out area boys came out and said, hey, you gotta give us money or whatever it is. I actually ran for my life because the guy came out with a knife and said, no, we're gonna end this tournament. So I ran to Akiri and I was going to shut down the whole project, and I said, no, I came to Nigeria for the kids, for the next generation. I don't care if I have to risk my life, I'm going back and make that tournament.
You never considered getting some security persons on ground to ensure that it's free in terms of hoodlums and all of the people coming around?
No, we did actually. So the venue that we rented actually, so the guy says, hey, don't worry about that. This is your town, this is your area, your soil, the sand, whatever it is.
Let's look at the event proper because of time and what this means to you. Why did you come up with this once again for those who are probably watching you for the first time and didn't really understand why you came up with this idea?
So for me, I came up with the idea because I grew up in Nigeria, Michael, in a poor environment, and football was my passion, was my gift, but I never had the support, emotional support, or the right equipment to play football. And so I came up with this idea, in able to develop the next generation of football players, but not only that, great men and women that can change Nigeria, but not only through football, but you must ask them questions, and those questions for me, I believe the more important part in able to help this kid to be the next Obafemi Martins, but not only that, to be a great addition to society as well, Nigeria.
Well, let's take a look at the plans on ground for the next edition. This is the first edition. What are the plans on ground to make this bigger and better?
So now I'm going back now with a little bit of the rough draft of everything that we did here in 2019. Next year is the main event.
Okay, not 2018?
No, 19. Is where people from England and USA, Germany, and all football personnel will come to Nigeria. But I'm going to put Okoko on the map of the world because I'm not going to take it to Ikeja or Surulere. I'm going to take them to my neighborhood where I grew up, Okoko Michael, and that's where we're going to do the event. So it's fantastic, and we're going to select 14 players from the event, and those players will be the future Super Eagles player, the future great president to say or whatever it might be. We're going to in a way help them to become great men in society and give them the chance to go abroad and pursue their dream as well.
Well, Michael, there is no way I wouldn't talk about this. You're a man who is down with cancer at the moment, and you keep giving a smile. You've been off treatment for a while. Against your doctor's advice, you decided to come down to Nigeria because you feel you love this country passionately, and then you can't wait to go back to America and then get back to treatment. So far, so good. How has it been with you on a personal note, health-wise? And all that while still in Nigeria.
So my eyes are still white, so if you can see I still have white eyes and my palms are still nice. Normally it's red, so which means I'm still on track. So I'm a little bit nervous because it's almost a month I haven't received my treatment. So but I'm looking forward to go back and see what my doctor say if I'm still good on track or if I've relapsed way back. But I'm excited to be here. I love Nigeria with all my heart and I want to see the country develop.
You tried playing football while on holiday in Nigeria?
Actually, I tried and I couldn't play it. 5 minutes, I stopped. I couldn't.
So this is a game you love so much, but then after 5 minutes, you couldn't indeed go much. Eric, you have one or two questions for Michael David at this point in time?
What is it costing you, to stay healthy? Well, normally on a daily basis, do you do chemotherapy? Do you go out there to? What does it cost you averagely?
So it's very expensive actually, and I'm very blessed to be in America where I have medical insurance. So in my case right now, my doctor is trying to put me away from going to chemotherapy pills. So I'm doing blood transfusion every week, 500 milliliters from my body being drawn out every week. And it's very tiring as well. So that's the first stage, and hopefully there's an experiment drug he said they're working on right now, and hopefully that will help along the line as well.
Well, interesting, and we wish you quick recovery. And you recall that Super Eagles goalkeeper was actually left out of the team for a while as far as the World Cup and every other games are concerned, owing to the fact that he's down with cancer. But then I get inspired, Harry, when I have Michael Davids around me. Sometimes I always want to go emotional, but I'm always impressed, with that smile and that cheering spirit.
It's passing the message that this is not a death sentence.
Okay.
You can't live a life that is, You remember with Magic Johnson when he was diagnosed with HIV, and he was, downcast. He told the wife, well, why not get a divorce? Because I need to face this alone. And the wife slapped him, said, come on, we are together. I will work with you and we'll see this today.
That's about Manchester
City. And today he's back.
That's about Manchester City.
Exactly. So that is how, I think that is positivity. When you are positive about certain things, it's your mindset that determines how far you go in life.
A man who is down with cancer, thinking about 180 million people, and then came down to Lagos Ikoko precisely to indeed give life to the youth through football. That's massive. And
that's selfless too.
That's selfless. That's massive. I appreciate you. I must really say, Michael Davids. And 2019, you'll be coming back to the country by God's grace. So 2018, will you be here? No.
No.
You enjoy Christmas, I'm sure. Michael Davids, it's nice indeed having you in the studio this afternoon. And Eric, let's take a look at some players who are smiling to the bank. Manchester City youngster Tosin Darabioyo, who has not played in the EPL this season, but has made 7 appearances in cup games. Indeed, is smiling to the bank. bought a mansion for himself worth about 1.1 billion naira. He earns 25,000 pounds a week, and then that's massive for Tosin. Our Chan Eagles played a goalless draw against Cameroon yesterday, and the draw for the Australian Open is out from our